Sup everybody, James here with another video review for you, and today I'm bringing you a review of Hero Factory Breakout Furno. Yay. Alright, I'll be honest. This is not perhaps the greatest Hero Factory action figure that they've ever brought out. But being that Hero Factory is as of this summer 2 years old, I will admit they have done well with this particular line. I mean, in, with the Bionicles, I still am a big fan of the Bionicles, but I do think that the guys that do the Hero Factory sets are really starting to get the hang of this new ball joint and socket building assembly process thingamabob. But truthfully, this figure, it's okay. It's good to see that they brought back the original what you called it's good to see that they brought back the original Furno head. You know, that's a big plus. And he has this nice gun and really a lot of nice armor panel. Oops. Now where is it? Oh, come on. Oh, great. That's just the last thing I need. Ah, there it is. Didn't think that one through. But anyway, so let's get on with it. What was I saying? Yes, you know, there is a nice gun and a lot of nice armor panels, one or two in a new color, so that's a big plus for this figure. But there are tiny little issues. Number one is I hate the way that these underwater propeller thingamabobs were designed. I mean, okay, yes, these little circle things here that they had to add in are not new. They are a couple of years old, and these tube things, same thing. But okay, I will admit they do look nice on him. But I mean, come on, Lego, could you have not designed this guy in a better way? And then there's the arms. This arm, big and bulky, a lot of nice. Oh, stand upright, will ya? Ugh. My fault, I didn't stand him upright. The arm has a lot of nice armor panel on it. This big piece here from the Hero Factory 3.0 series, a little silver bit in there, this nice silver armor panel thing here. Then we get to the other side that has the gun on it. Now here we have this translucent, what looks like orange piece here. If I take it off. Now I'm going to tell you, it looks good. I'll admit, it's nice to see something, armor panel like this coming into at least one set every once in a while. But I mean, this doesn't look good on a figure like this, believe me. Then the gun itself actually is pretty good. It's nice that there's a bit of color coding here. Sorry. It's nice to see a little bit of color coding, and not to mention the nice looking harpoon that he has. If you guys don't already know, in the Hero Factory Breakout episode of Hero Factory, Furno's arch nemesis is Jawblade, so he has to go underwater. That explains the giant underwater turbo things and the giant harpoon, and you know, these here as well. But moving on from this, we have the new chest piece and new hero core, and I'll tell you, it looks good. You know, I might have had my doubts before, but really, it's really good. I like the idea that they actually decided to update it for the first time in a wee while. So, they had a different sort of process last year where they had a particular armor panel piece like this. But they decided to update it with this, so it's nice to see that. We move down to the legs. Now, believe me, the legs are good, nice and sturdy. Well, it's not sturdy in this review because I didn't stand to Furno up right before the review. I was kind of pushed for time, you see. Still am a little bit, but not to worry. Good sturdy legs. Furno, Breeze, and Rocka are the three tallest heroes out of the first wave of the Hero Factory Breakout series. In fact, here I happen to have them. So we have Rocka and Breeze. So they're the three tallest, and I have to say they all look incredible. Furno, I do have my doubts. Rocka, just plain awesome. Breeze, just plain amazing, although I've painted these two armor panels silver just to make them look more fancy. And in case you haven't already noticed, Breeze and Rocka's hero cores, like Furno's, well, Furno's is plain, but theirs I've actually painted silver just to have a nice little effect, because although I like the white, although I like the design of it, I'm not a big fan of the fact that, you know, for each figure they have to have one white bit. So, you know what, I thought it would be a good idea if I threw in just a little bit of silver paint there. So yeah, I'll move these out of the way. And my last criticism, which has taken up almost 6 minutes of your time, is the white panels. Now, Furno, in my case, whenever I see this figure, his main colors are silver, red, and maybe a little bit of black for the bone pieces, but white. Okay, I'm not one to be talking here, but really, white does not go well with this. And I'm especially talking about the hero core. That's why I painted it silver, so now it rocks. But, I mean, come on. But to speed things up, articulation for this guy is actually more extensive than the others. His head can go side to side, it can look up and down, it can't go 360 because these things here block the way, but if you actually move them down, he can get full head articulation. The propellers themselves actually move about quite a bit. They can pivot about at the shoulder joint here because it's one of the longer extended body pieces. It can go up and down like that. It can pivot about at this point here, and then it can pivot at 360 here. So quite a hefty bit of articulation. The arms can go forward and back and out. They can bend at the elbow. In this case, it can oops. It can pivot 360 at the hand. In this arm, you know, forward, back, and out. Bend a little bit extra at the elbow, and the gun itself can pivot about. You know, you can't shoot. Boom. You know, I don't want to lose the little silver ball again. The legs can then go forward and back and out. Bend at the knee. Pivot 360 at the foot, and there you go. But as a mock maker and somebody who makes like mock Bionicles and mock Hero Factory characters every once in a while, I do think that there is room for improvement for this guy, which is why I'm actually going to end up removing one or two armor panels from this guy and putting them on to another Furno, which I happen to have here. Now I have painted part of this guy's head, so I'm actually going to take some armor panels from this guy and put them on this guy. Now I'm going to show you guys what he looks like in just a little second. Hopefully this will go to plan. Alright, getting there. If you can just hang in there for 2 minutes, and by that I'm talking to the viewers. If you could just. Now, with this set, I have had to replace one or two pieces just to make it look a little bit nicer. Nothing too extravagant, but I just wanted it to look a little bit, you know, a little bit better, at least. And in 3, 2, hold that. One last piece to put on here. 2, 1. This is taking way too much time. And at last, 3, 2, 1. Here is the new and improved Furno. Now, for you guys, you might not see a lot of difference, but there are a lot of differences here. The first is, I've made both arms the exact same. The only difference is, this sword, this arm, or this hand, holds the two blades that came with a spur, with a separate jaw blade that I bought. Nice red blades. With this gun, it is a gunmetal grey gun with a red sphere, or little red ball in the middle, and then the same harpoon. You know, I've changed the white pieces here for red. Go to the back. I've actually added a foot into the back, and that'll give it a bit extra space. And then for the legs, I've just added in two little silver pieces. So that's it. For the arms, I've actually kept this little same armor panel. I've added in a longer red piece, this silver piece on both sides. So yeah. Oh, and with this Furno, his hero core has been painted silver just like the others. So really, it doesn't take a lot to really customize a figure to make him look a lot better. Really, with the first Furno, I loved these blades. That's why I kept them. But why did I, go and customize them? Because really, the first Furno needed a lot. The first version of Furno from the Breakout series needed a lot of improvement, as you could tell before. But with even just the simplest little add-ons and replacements, really, this guy looks great. Oh, and obviously, articulation's the same. But before I wrap up, these little extra wide armor panels that you may have seen at the start of the video, these are actually in a brand new color, so that's something new that we have for Furno. It's really nice to see that. So just a little bit of extra light, that's new. But yeah, it is great to see that they're bringing back the original Hero Factory heads. I'd like to see them. Well, they actually are doing it for the summer with Stringer, Bulk, and Stormer, and they're giving Nex a new head, so it'd be nice to see what that's like. And that's it for this review. And before I finally wrap up, I'm going to throw in Rocka and Breeze. So at last, we have the three tallest heroes, and believe me, they look like they are awesome. Furno, yes, I know he still has a bit of improvement with these two blades, or these two propeller things, but believe me, he looks awesome. He just I'm repeating myself over and over. He just looks awesome. He is now awesome. So, end of story, end of topic. Alrighty, this is Knight/22 Engineer. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/22 Engineer. Have a nice day, see you all around, and until next time, bye everybody, and I hope you've enjoyed this Hero Factory review. Bye guys.